Welcome everyone to the inaugural video for Brazos and Beyond. I am your host Charles, and today is a brand new beginning for myself in the realm of video podcasts. Some of you may recognize me from my previous adventures in podcasting and YouTube type channels, Lone Star Spirit, and of course the Mind of Little Rage. We're going in a little bit different direction now, and instead of just pigeonholing myself to just one specific subject, I figured why not do them all, but keep it Texas centric. So that's what we're going to do with Brazos and Beyond. I want to thank you first and foremost for coming here, just taking the time to view this first video. This is going to be just an introduction to the channel, kind of go over some of the things that we're going to be doing at the channel, and just kind of put my face out there again and see what kind of reaction we get. Now, I could do the whole spiel about, like, share and all that other stuff. I think you've heard that 10,000 times too many. I think it's implied with any creator that is on YouTube or Rumble or wherever they happen to post their videos. Like I said, it's implied, so I'm not going to waste my time to try to tell you that. One thing that we are going to be doing on this channel is we're going to be exploring Texas. And as the tagline at the very beginning of the video said, telling Texas one story at a time. We're going to run the whole gamut. We're going to talk music. We're going to do politics on a somewhat limited basis. It's a very divisive subject. But we're going to do music, culture, current events, a little bit of everything. And of course, you cannot talk about Texas without throwing in at least a little bit of history. And we're also going to have some recurring segments that are going to be on this channel. And the first one that we're going to have is going to be called From the Banks. And what we're going to be doing with From the Banks is we are going to be presenting facts about the mighty Brazos River. Everything from its storied past to what is going on currently or happening around the Brazos River to what could possibly be going on in the future of the Brazos River. And the Brazos River has been one of those iconic things for me where it's been a part of my life. If I was living in the state of Texas, and I have spent all but maybe, we'll call it eight and a half years of my life within the confines of the state of Texas. That other 8 years was just a small time in California when I was little bitty, and 8 years stationed at Malmstrom Air Force Base in the great state of Montana. It's beautiful. It's just cold, and this Texan does not do cold. But since I have lived in Texas, since I have spent the majority of my life here, I've always been really within driving distance of the Brazos River. I grew up around the Brazos River. Being from the small town of Brazoria, the Brazos River runs right alongside the town, and it has always been a mainstay in my life. So that's part of the reason it's called Brazos and Beyond. The name means a lot to me. The Brazos River has always been a part of my life, and I think it's the most important and most historical river that we have inside of the state of Texas, and I think that it needs to have its own spotlight. So with From the Banks, we're going to be talking about the past, present, and future. Along with that, with From the Banks, I would also like to invite Any viewer or listener that would be interested, you can contribute to From the Banks and give us some information on that. It could be information that I've given you or information that you've researched. And of course, the disclaimer there is all information should be fact checked, make sure it's historically accurate, make sure that no fallacies are being presented here. We want to try to keep the information that we give here on the up and up, more or less. So, but I do invite anybody who would like to contribute to the From the Banks segment to reach out to me. I'm going to have my contact information in the description of the video below, and feel free. You can video yourself. You can do just audio if you don't want to actually put your face on camera. But it's an open door. I'd love anybody who is interested to go ahead and be able to contribute to the From the Banks segment. Another segment that we are also going to have that's going to be in every episode is a segment called Echoes at the Marker. And we're going to be looking at historical markers on this in this segment. And believe it or not, there are over 15,000 different historical markers inside of the state of Texas. And we're also going to be looking at some war memorials that are scattered throughout the state, churches, and of course, the most common thing that you see when you're traveling up and down the roads in Texas are the roadside markers. And if you are familiar with Lone Star Spirit or TMOLR Texas, as it was originally called, you know that historical markers is one of those things that just I have to go see them. I have to find out about them, and it's very hard when I'm not the driver and I see one that I haven't seen before, and I want to stop and take pictures and read and find out about these historical markers, no matter how big or small that they are. And there's a war memorial just inside Conroe that I will be trying to get to in the very near future for this Echoes at the Marker segment. And again, it's going to be a recurring segment. One thing that I do really want to focus on with this channel is to make sure that everyone knows that we here are going to do our absolute best to entertain you, make it fun, also educational, but with videos like this, it's very hard to make sure that the most amount of people are entertained and they find these enjoyable. So I'm going to go out of my way to try to make sure that this is going to be the absolute best and most fun video that you can watch concerning the state of Texas. Also, other creators that are focusing on Texas, they're going to get a spotlight here as well. Again, thanks for coming and checking out the video. I hope you'll come back for more of these videos. Like I said, we're going to be doing this on a weekly basis. And a little program note, our first official video will be up probably within the next couple of weeks. We're still working out some kinks and things like that, but the first video should be up in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be going to the Huntsville Prison Museum, and we're actually going to have a special guest with us on that first episode. So I am super excited about that and the possibilities that could potentially come from that. And we're gonna also do our best to make sure that we have plenty of guests on here. It's not just my ugly face and this big glare from the light from my bald head that you have to see every week. But we're gonna have some guests, whether it be live here in studio or through a Zoom call or something like that. We're gonna make sure that you're entertained and we have not just this not so pretty face to look at. So anyway, thanks for watching. We will see you in a couple of weeks, and everyone stay safe. We'll talk to you again real soon.